Hi people, hope you're well and welcome to today's workout. Yeah, look behind me, there's a nice selection of bull workers, so it's bull worker day. Yeah, and I'm going to use the program that I've been using now. I'm on my third week. I'm progressing all the time, going up in weight here nicely, and it's coming on quite good. Weight is coming down. Yeah, I'm not sacrificing these too much, so I'm not losing too much of these. Last time I went on a weight loss journey, I lost all my muscles as well, and I looked a little bit like a rabbit. Yeah, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to take it steady, keep the protein intake high, yeah, and lose it that way. There's a shaft of light coming in from that window, so now and again I'll go bright, and it'll make me want to do that for some reason. Anyway, I'm too happy to train today. I don't know what's up with me. Right, so yeah, I was going to say I'll get ready, but I'm ready. So basically I'm just going to stop camera, look at my routine, decide what I'm doing, and I'm there with training, yeah. Right, so I'm going to do it a little bit different than I have been doing it before. I've got my 3 bull workers set up. They're all set up on the weight that I used before. So this one's on 150 grey spring, this one's on 90 grey spring, and this one's set on 70, yeah, the X5. So what I'm going to do just a full round where I'm not going to stop. So I've set it up so there's no rest time, so you can see how it actually should be, yeah. So off we go. I'll leave glasses on so I can see my markers. Exercise 1, beat or match. 6, 7, oh, 160. I beat you by 10, yeah. So I will write that down. That's my rest time basically. So 160. Then the next one, I've got to beat or match 90. And I got to 95 realistically on that one. To be honest with you, I'm tired from Isocinator, yeah. I only did it yesterday. Next, 70 on this X5, the old version. Remember I told you it sticks? There, not very nice. Sometimes stops you from pressing. Ah. 75. That's really coming into its own now. I felt it all down that bicep, yeah. I felt it all in the chest, yeah, and the outside shoulders. It's getting there now. It's feeling like a proper workout. Right, exercise 2. I need to get on floor for this. So it's the bicep one. I do the weak one first, which is the left arm with the damaged shoulder, and out the weak one can do, I match it with a good arm. So last time I got to 175 with a weak arm, with a yellow spring on the classic. Off I go. Seven. So then that is 185. I'm happy with that. So the left arm is improving all the time. Off I go. Match it, 185. Just take enough time to write that down. 185 yellow spring. Move on to steel bar. So I've got to beat 100 or match. Left hand. And the arm is suffering that much I can't get no near it. So now go with the right hand. Easy. So that doesn't move up, that goes down as the same weight as last time. I didn't get nowhere near it. So, a bit disappointed with that. So it goes down as 100. So I've got a feeling this might be disastrous on the left side. 70. Left hand first. Matched it. Put that marker that side so I can see it. Yeah. 70, get that brought down. Right, so this next exercise, the archer. Last time out I did 235 on this one, yellow spring. So I've got 235 to beat. So I pull with the left hand first. I pull down because that's what David Prowse does in the drawing. Ah, 7. Oof. That went to 245. Happy with that. You see, even when you think you can't do it, but you just keep pulling on it, yeah, it actually goes up. And that's the good thing about keeping a marker on it, so you've always got something to beat. Otherwise you just get stale. So this will be difficult, this one. Wow, that is 235. So I'll write that down. 235 grey spring, yellow spring, sorry. Yellow spring, right. Last time I did this one, I had the yellow spring on and I got right to the top. So I've now put a grey spring on, so you see where I get this week with this. And what I tend to do when I change springs is I don't go mad when I'm pulling it, because I want to see that progression. But it doesn't mean to say I don't pull it hard enough. Right, so off we go. Seven, that's 80 on a grey spring. Now, one good thing I've noticed about that exercise for this damaged shoulder, when you push your arm out that way, it opens this cuff and it lets a little bit of air into it. I say air, it's not air, is it? But it's like a little bit of room, a little bit of space. Now, because you're doing an archer and pushing out at the same time under pressure of the spring, it strengthens that shoulder to keep that gap where it should be nice, so you're not getting all that rubbing and friction. So it's a really good exercise that for strengthening a weak shoulder, especially if you learn to push it out that way, yeah. And I find that using this bullworker is really improving that joint, even though it's so damaged. So that was, I've got 85 there, but I think I said 80, didn't I? I'll double check. No, it was 85 actually. So 85 grey spring. Now we're on this. I've got that to beat. Seven. 75, so that's nice. I'm happy with that. $75, well happy. So that's an improvement week on week, yeah. Right, so this next exercise is a lat pull down, yeah, and I kindly had a subscriber tell me that I was doing it wrong and give me some tips on how to do it right, which I'm very grateful for. Since then as well, I also found Chris Hughes. He's a big man in bullworker, yeah, knows everything about him. And I went onto his channel where he says how to do a lat pull down, and there's a few variations. So I'm going to do the variation like that, yeah. But rightfully so, this subscriber pointed it out that I didn't have the machine high enough. All sorts I was doing wrong, yeah, but I've corrected it hopefully now. So on the Classic, I move on to the grey spring because I've pulled it right down to ground level. So basically, left leg out, in the hip, hold it there with the right arm, and then hold this up, and then pull down so that your fist is as close to your shoulder height as possible. And that went up to 250, which I'm well happy about, yeah. It's quite a strong movement, is this. So, right leg out, left hand on the side, yep. And again, we start with a straight arm, but then pull the elbow down, down. Seven, 250. So I'll just write that down. So that's 250 with a grey spring. See where I can get to with this little one now. For this exercise, this is awkward really, to be fair. So what I found is if I bend down a little bit, yep, brings my body down closer to it, and then come down. Seven. That went to 100. So I swap sides, like so. Seven. That went to 100. Write that down. Now move on to X5. Now on the X5 last time, let's see where I was. I'm pretty certain. Yeah. So the last time on the X5 I was on 100. So put that marker there. I'm going to start with the left arm. That way. That's compressed all the way down, that's 110, so I've run out of that now on that exercise. But there's still a long way to go on that exercise for me. I think there might have been something I was doing wrong there, I might have been crunching up too far to get the weight down, yeah, so I don't mind sticking to that weight for a while until I can get it fluent and right. Yeah, I'm a long way to go on that exercise. I am quite new to it, but I can feel it in the lats and the arms and the shoulders. I can feel it everywhere. Right, exercise 5. It's the one where you squeeze the wires. And I don't like it on this, but I am getting a little bit used to it each time I do it. So, grab the wires, squeeze, nip them in, pull to me. Seven. Ooh, that went from 160 yellow spring to 170. So even though I might still not be doing it right, I am improving on it. So that's 170. 7 seconds, yellow spring. So last time out on this, I did 55. Now, you can't squeeze these, they're too small. So what I do is get my fists in there, yeah, and then I squeeze it. But I'm going to run out this time because it gets stuck on my fist. So whatever, if I get to my fist on this one, I'm moving up a spring. And I have got to my fist. And that's 60, so I'm going to move up because I've got no more room on that one. So that's 60, yellow spring. I tick that, and that tick means move up. And on this machine, last time out, I got to 55. So I hold it there, squeeze, and hold. That time I got to 60, so that's again an improvement. Write that down and move on. Right, so this next exercise, exercise 6. Last time out I got 2, 4, 5 on this with a yellow spring. So I'm going to see if I can match or beat that, yeah? And it's above the head, shoulder squeeze. Give me a minute. And that was all the way to the end, 260. I'm well happy with that. So write that down. 260. Yellow. Give it a big tick. So on this one I'm on the grey spring. Last time out I got 75. Match or beat, preferably beat. Oh. 90. Well impressed with that, yeah? Ooh. Grey spring. I struggle with this one, as you know, it sticks, but I did get to 60 last time. Did I? Let's just double check, hang on a second. I did, yeah, 60. So it's set to 60. See if I can do some damage with this. Whoa, that felt like a lot more, but it was 65. Write that down. Right, so the last exercise. Last time out, this was yellow spring. You were on 210. So I've got to beat that. I've got it set on 210. See if I can beat it. And that is 220. So I'll beat that by 10. Write that down. Last time out on the little baby one I did 100. Ah. 110. I really felt that right at top of abs there. So I beat that as well. Last but not least, the old X5. And I were on 55 last time out. It just sticks, that's all. See if I can. Oh, 60. I got to 60, yeah. So I'll just write that down. And that is the bullworker part of that exercise, or that workout should I say, done and dusted. But the bullworker's no joke, people. I mean, you get what you put in. Yep, that's the bad shoulder, by the way. Not too bad for a bad shoulder, that. That's supposed to be the good shoulder. Yeah, it's all nice. Lighting's not that good, I just got a shaft of light coming in. But yeah, it's all aiming in the right direction. I'm happy. So now I've got to do the press up part, yeah, because I'm trying to build my calisthenic strength back up. As you know, I've lost it all through injury and eating too much lard. So I need to get it back here, and I'm going to start by doing press ups every time I train. Right, so I'm not going to waste too much time. I did 10 last workout, so I'm going to carry on with 3 sets of 10 for the rest of the week, and then next week I'm going to move on to 3 sets of 11, and that's how I'm going to progress from there. So off we go. I'm going to go on my fists. The reason I've started doing them on my fist, people, is to protect this damaged shoulder. When I do them like that, it really aggravates it. Now another tip, instead of making a fist with a thumb there, when I go on the shoulders I put the thumb in front of the fist. And that tends to alleviate the bad shoulder even more, yeah. Don't ask me why, it just does. So that's what I'm going to do in future, yeah. So I'll either hold dumbbells, or if I do it directly to the floor, I'll have my thumb in front of the fist that way. And that way it protects my shoulder joint that's bad. Yeah, as soon as I start doing these, it really aggravates it, so I can't be doing them. Not too much rest, I'll jump into round 2. And I actually can't stress how hard they are after that bullworker, yeah. I should have done these first. Right, last set of 10. Off we go. That shoulder really didn't like that then, yeah, it didn't like it at all, but listen, it has to live with it, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. A little bit of bullworker training, probably half an hour, nice fat pump, yeah. And like I showed you the other day, this spaghetti arm that was really poorly is turning back into a bicep, and I can't tell the difference from there now. In fact, that might have got a little bit bigger. Can't believe how unfit I am these days, yeah. But listen, this is what matters. This is what matters. When I get these back and get lean, yeah, I'll be happy. I watched some videos from last year when I was lean, and at the time I didn't like myself. I thought I was too lean and I just thought I was too skinny, but when I watch the videos back I think, wow, I looked good. So what's the moral of that story then? Don't look at yourself too often when you're training, because we always see the worst, don't we? So at that time when I was shredded and looked alright, yeah, all I could see were bones. Now if I'd just sat back a little bit and watched the videos in a couple of months' time, I'd have probably realised I wasn't that bad. But instead I let it get to me and I ploughed on a load of weight, yeah. Big mistake, absolute big mistake, because we're like approaching 60, you know what I mean? I'm not that far off. Few years, yeah, but not that far. And when you get to this age, it gets harder to get back into shape. It gets harder to lose that weight every single time. So on this journey, what I'm going to do once I get my fitness fully back, yeah, and once I get the weight where I want it, it's not moving back ever again. I'm going to make a solemn vow to myself that I'm going to keep it there with the good standards of living. And that's the only way you can do it, yeah. But I really enjoyed that workout. It is actually getting tough now, yeah. We're 3 weeks in, so I've got 10 weeks to go. And you can imagine how tough it'll be in 10 weeks. I will hit a plateau. I can see on some things already where I'm going to get stuck. But it doesn't matter. As long as it still hurts, as long as it's still building muscle, we're getting there, aren't we? So I'm going to go get changed into my regular clothes, put kettle on, I'm going to make a brew, nice cup of tea, and I'm going to chill out. You lot though, keep training.